Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another Tragick video. This time around, it's going to be a review. I watched a couple things last night. I don't have the exact location of the second thing I watched, but we'll talk about the first thing. First movie I watched last night was Phone Booth. Yeah, I'm way behind the movies. So if you're ever talking about a movie that probably came out like 5 years ago or more, then don't like anything about it. Because don't think anything about it because I'm way behind, way behind, way behind. But I do got HBO now, so I'm gonna try and catch up on some of the movies I haven't seen and so forth. I got a few actually some few other movies. So talk about Phone Booth right now. Pretty good movie. It kind of like I wouldn't say if I'm doing like and I'll probably do like if I do a review I'll probably like out of 5 stars. So if I were to give it a rating, probably out of 5 stars, it'd probably be like a 3.5. Because like it was kind of like it was a great movie, and at the end you're like, oh, really? That was the killer? And then at the end you're like, oh. So it was really really good the way it was. There could have been, I don't know, like I think it could have did something else to add more suspense to it, but it was pretty well done, and I liked it. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely a movie to check out. If you've never seen it, Katie Holmes in it. Kate Holmes, whatever you want to call her. Colin Farrell. Can't say who the other guy is because it'll ruin the ending. So there's another major guy. He was in a show involving a clock. That's all I'll say. Um, then you got I'm drawing a blank on the one guy, the black guy. He's really like funny looking, great actor. I can't think of his name. Anyway, he's in it. That's the only people I know of that's really like in it. They're like celebrities, wise or famous people. So there you go. I don't know his wife. I'm pretty sure she's a major actor, but I can't think of what her name is. So yeah, prison movie. Check it out. Phone Booth if you haven't seen it before. Second thing I watched last night was I watched a little bit of the stand up of Ricky Gervais. Gervais. I don't know how you say his name. Really funny guy. Really controversial. I don't know what the location was, but I want to say it was in like London or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I have no idea. But there's a Ricky Gervais thing came on last night. Really, really funny. He's a really funny guy. He's just like really controversial because he talks about fat people. He talks about he's talking about some old guy molestation jokes. It's like really, like really out there. It's like if you're like really like don't like that kind of edgy humor, then definitely do not check out his stand up because but just as a stand up kind of guy, if you ever see any of his stuff online or you want to buy something of his you see out somewhere, if you like that kind of edgy humor, if you like over the top, like your grandma and your mom would probably like not like that kind of comedy, definitely don't check it out and don't let them see it, or don't tell them it's that kind of humor and watch it when they're not around or something because it's really really like over the top like and like really really controversial kind of comedy. So there you go. Just a little review for that. And then over the few weeks, I haven't got to make a video, so I have seen a few more videos I can talk about. I finished watching Jeepers Creepers 2, which Jeepers Creepers 1 was amazing, and it's awesome in a way that there was different things in the original Jeepers Creepers that you loved, but then you get to Jeepers Creepers 2, and it's a totally different kind of a movie. So Jeepers Creepers fans really, if you're into that movie and you like the second one, you like the first one. I know there's a third one out. I have yet to see it, and I want to see it um, because it's a different kind of series. In that the first one you don't really see the guy too much. You just see him snatching people. In the second one, you see him a lot more. It's known that he has wings now, so he flies, and you see him flying a lot, which is something you didn't know till the end, I believe, with Jeepers Creepers, because he flies away. And I think disappears at the end of the first one. I can't remember exactly how the first one ended, but I think he flew away, and you kind of were shocked because you didn't know he had wings. I believe at the end of the first one. But yeah, the third one I've heard talks about it, and that car that was in the original movie is back because I think somehow he goes back to his house that he was in the first one. Uh, so really really good movie though. If you haven't seen Jeepers Creepers, definitely check both of them out, one and two. and look forward to seeing the third one because I'm pretty sure it's got good reviews. It's actually pretty decent. And then the other movie I checked out was Get Him to the Greek. I can't say I didn't have too many good things to say about this movie. It's funny. I will say that. There's funny things in the movie. But as a story, as a whole, it could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. Um, I I want to say that I don't. The main character, and I'm blanking on his name as well. The guy who just broke up with Katy Perry. I can't think of his name. Anyway, but I'm just not a fan of his work. I guess I'm not a fan of what he does as acting. He's funny, but like I don't know. Like I would rather see him probably as a stand-up comedian and doing that kind of stuff than see him in a movie. He's kind of over the top, like in everything he does. It seems to me. It seems like he's not really like actor material to me. I mean, seriously. I mean, like everything I see him in, he's like he sounds the same. He does the same thing in every movie. He makes lewd jokes, and things like that, and that's all he can do. It's I just don't see the point in him being in a movie because he seems like he's the same character over and over and over and over again. So it's not like he does any acting. So I just don't think that he should be doing any movies at all. I think other people should be doing his movies that probably could be good at the movie. Yeah. Anyway, but it's actually the way he acted in this movie. It was better. It flowed with this movie. Other than Arthur, which I'll talk about that in a second. Beginning in Greek was awesome. It was okay. If you like fun, if you just want to sit down and watch a fun movie that's really stupid and kind of over the top, then here you go. Good movie. Basically about a guy who had a career as a rock musician, and he does a CD, and the hit single is something about an African baby, which basically enrages all the black people, or African people, whatever you want to call them, and and then basically ruins his career. Not wanting to offend anybody with a black African comment, but that I don't know what's politically correct anymore. So there you go. Definitely don't want to offend anybody. So yeah, Get Into the Greek is okay. If you want a fun movie, check it out. Now let's talk about Arthur. I don't know if I've talked about Arthur in a review yet, but let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This movie is horrible. I have seen the original Arthur, and I didn't see it all. I just remember seeing bits and pieces of it. The guy that originally played Arthur would probably want to punch this guy in the face if he's seen this rendition of the movie, because it is horrible. They are two different movies. And Cinema Sickness said this about the movie, and I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. And I watch it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's worse than he said. It's like, I mean, it's a fun. Arthur is a good movie. It's a decent movie. But to say decent is actually pretty rough because it's pretty hard to watch this movie. It's like all over the place. You're not sure what the story is at times, and you're like, what's going on? What is the story here? So I'm not really too sure if I liked it or not. I mean, I would say no, I didn't like it. I definitely wouldn't buy it. Definitely don't buy it. I don't care if it's $1, $2 sitting on a shelf. Save your $2. Don't buy it. Borrow it from a friend if somebody mistakenly bought it. Well, well, I guess when it first came out, people would be like, oh, if I paid $20 for this movie, I'd probably go on a ransack shooting thousands of people. That's all I'm saying. It was a horrible movie. Definitely not worth $20 when it first came out. If anybody bought this when this first came out, they really need to have their head checked. Because it was horrible. Even to think that this guy could even be close to portraying Arthur is criminal. It's not even good at all. It's not good at all. If you've seen Arthur, don't watch the new Arthur because it's going to piss you off. Because it's nothing like that. But if you just want to watch a movie that people have said that's nothing like the original, and like I said, the way that he talks in the movie, I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. I can look it up real quick, but I'm not going to waste your time sitting here staring blankly at the computer screen. But the way he talks, it's just like it matched more with Get Him to the Greek. When he talked to Arthur, yeah, it matched because he's British or whatever, English. But it just he talked the same way in both movies. So and he did lewd, whatever. But he was like way over the top in Arthur, which like I said sentiments like this warned us all about. And I didn't believe him, and I watched it, and I was just like, jeez. I was like, yeah, he's like way over the top. He's like, oh, I slept with your mother in fourth grade or some stupid thing like that. You're like, what the hell is he talking about? It's like the regular Arthur didn't say anything, or the first Arthur didn't say anything that's stupid in the movie or that over the top. He's like looking at people through the window saying, oh, they must be a lesbian. And it's like, what would this even, like, stupid. It's like Arthur would never have said that in the original movie. It's like, what the hell is this? It's like it's some different character. It's like they threw into the Arthur movie. It's like they should have just made it like the son of Arthur. If they were gonna do something like that, they should have had the original Arthur come back as his father and did something like that. That would have made more sense, and the movie would have been like, oh, okay, he messed up. He's doing the same thing. At least it would have made sense. But a remake and basically just to update it. It's not an update, folks. It is not an update. For God's sake, it is not an update. It is a downgrade. Go out and watch the original one. It's better. There's two of those. Thank God. God, oh, please don't make a second Arthur. Don't make a second Arthur. Please don't. Oh, don't make the remake to the second one. And I don't think they will. I hope this movie did not make that much money at the box office, because it did. Oh, Lord. We're in for a second one, and that's not going to be good at all. Okay, I've rambled on about that movie too long. I'm just trying to let people know that movie is horrible. Please don't buy it. And let's talk about the great thing that happened to me. I got the original Crow on Blu-ray. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. Been wanting. I want this movie. I haven't watched it yet, but I did get it. I love The Crow. If anybody's never seen The Crow, which is beyond my realm of thinking, nobody has seen that movie. Have some people never seen The Crow? If you haven't seen The Crow, for God's sake, go watch it. It is one of the best movies ever. And there is a funny thing about this, because I saw a comment about it, said, one of Brandon Lee, which, rest his soul, one of Brandon Lee's best movies. Or no, was it his best movie or something like a great actor or something like that? It said something to the fact of him having like multiple, hits. Folks, Brandon Lee was only in one movie that I think was a super cult hit, and I'm pretty sure that's The Crow. If you find any other movie with Brandon Lee in it, you let me know, because I don't think he had any other movies that are worth talking about nowadays. The Crow is a timeless classic. It will always be a cult classic, and they're still talking about it today. And it happened in the early 90s, I believe, or mid 90s. They're still talking about it today. When a movie does that, that is like, it's going to be timeless. And The Crow, Crow 2, Crow, you go on. Brandon Lee is what helped solidify that character. And what ultimately, if you want to talk about pro wrestling, he is the one that helped Sting create the gimmick in WCW. There you go. I mean, and anybody that just likes movies, if you hear this, The Crow, Brandon Lee's character in that movie helped, basically elevate that movie to stardom. And now they've went on, they had TV shows, they've had other movies, they had multiple actors play The Crow now. I mean, it's not really like a set story. So that's what's cool about The Crow, is that you can actually take it and have like different people play him, and it doesn't hurt the franchise at all. Because to me, The Crow is about somebody who's been hurt, and he goes get revenge. And they've had different stories in that respect, so that's what's cool. I think making a show is a pretty stupid idea, but I guess it worked out for. I think they had like 1 or 2 seasons, I think, but I guess it would work for a show too. But that just as a movie, it would be a lot better. You can make more money off a movie, I would assume, too. But a lot of them went straight to DVD. Wicked Prayer, I think City of Angels, the second one. Definitely gonna look forward to getting the next two. Wicked Prayer actually has. The main star in it was Edward Furlong. There we go, Edward Furlong. And he's an amazing actor. Seeing The Crow and City of Angels. City of Angels is like the bastard brother of all the trilogy. And then you see Edward Furlong and Wicked Prayer, you're like, not bad, really good. So if you're going by great movies, and there was a fourth one, I forget what the name of it is. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's Sacrifice, which I heard it wasn't too bad. I heard it wasn't too bad. I don't remember who the actor was, but I heard it wasn't too bad. But City Angels is like a bastard brother of the first three, in that it's probably the third best in the series. Wicked Prayer is probably second best. I mean, if anybody sees Wicked Prayer and they don't like it, it'd be kind of weird because Edward Furlong's in it. Edward Furlong's great. He plays the Crow character. It's not like the first one. The first one and the second one are really obscene. They have a lot of cussing, blah blah blah. But that goes with trying to get that Crow franchise off to a boom start. And then Wicker Prayer kind of takes it down to mainstream status. And I think they tried to make this into a major movie, but I think it ended up going straight to DVD. But it was pretty good. And if you're like into mainstream kind of gothic type of stuff, definitely check out Wicked Prayer. That's the way to go. If you like edgier stuff with, like I said, the F word a lot, I believe, in the first and the second one. The second one has like boob shots and everything. But it seems like it's all about the hookers and everything like that in the second one. But it's pretty good. All three of the movies are pretty good. The Crow series, all in all, is awesome. I mean, I haven't seen anything past three movies right now. I haven't seen the show. I've seen like a glimmer of it, but I didn't really see too much of it. It looks stupid. It had some Mexican guy in it. Nothing against Mexicans, but a Mexican playing a crow, and the dude looked like he was actually Juventud Guerrera, if you know who that is in wrestling. So I don't like to cross my whole like shows, but sometimes I can refer to wrestling and go, that's what he looks like. So if you know who Juventud was in WCW, he kind of looks like him, the guy that played the TV show character, the Crow. And they're doing something with him now. They're doing something with the Crow. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think maybe they made it like a fifth movie that was going to come out. I don't know. Definitely check out the Crow. I went 17 minutes. I shouldn't have went that long. I don't think I bought anything else movie related. I do want to plug yardseller.com. With the last E in yard in the ER part, it's not there. So definitely check out that website. It's a great website. You can post things, sell things on, and they basically send you a check, and you just cash it. So it's really cool, and you don't know when you're going to get a check, but you have to pay for the shipping and everything ahead of time yourself. So it's kind of like if you have the money to do that extra to go ahead and send things out, go that way. You see, oh, mystery cat in the background. I don't know if he's been in the video anytime before this. Anyway, got sidetracked. But yeah, yardseller.com, definitely check that out. I got things on there. I'm not going to tell you about them because whatever. Got DVDs for sale and things. But you can look at anything. You say you love blocks on there, and it's pretty cool. Definitely check that out. There you go. Brad Tragick, it's been another video, and Sir Oliver the cat over there. Yes, he was knighted by me. Later, guys. Definitely gotta check out all those movies I talked about, except Arthur. Don't. Alright? Bye.